Well, you were talking about the Twitter things, and you did a tweet. I was going to start with that, but...
we can start with Twitter, because I'm staring at this fucking Evolution of Life tweet from Evolution account. I'll be honest, I didn't see this in its raw form. I saw a tweet, one of my favorite genres of tweet.
I'm going to pause you for a second, Stanz.
Okay.
We've done the thing where we just have a ramble that has no coherent start to it, but you start talking about the thing.
I'm talking about how I got into it. Well, you want to know what the real truth is? I was trying to admit to the chat, maybe even before we started, I didn't see this tweet.
What do you mean?
I didn't see this tweet. I saw a genre of tweet that has quickly become my favorite type of tweet, and that is, you'll never believe what the comments are saying. Like, remember when we saw that TikTok that was like, you will never believe this guy's voice, and then you have to like then dive in? And I was like, well, what do you mean? It's just evolution. We all believe in evolution. We learned about evolution in school. And then I went through this thread right here and thought, what the fuck is happening? I feel like I've got an entire scroll of these anti-evolution people. And not only did I read their tweets in here, which is like what you do, I went in depth. I went to their profiles. I looked at their other tweets. I learned about these people's lives.
You went fucking crazy. What the fuck?
Well, that's what I've been doing for the last 3 hours, and I feel worse. It's like I moved something in a cabinet and I saw a bunch of cockroaches. But then I also pulled out the wall and I saw more cockroaches. You know what I mean? And I learned that this whole fucking website is built on cockroaches.
Okay, that's, I think, where you and me differ. If I move something and see a bunch of cockroaches, I am not moving anything else. I'm just fucking getting out of there.
I want to know how far the cockroaches go, you know?
This is just a video of, like, a cartoony version of how whales evolved.
Yeah, supposedly, right? It's like a rat thing, and it goes in the ocean, then it's a crocodile.
Okay. Pause. Why did you say supposedly?
Because
like it's a myth.
Do you actually want to know why? I have been... what do you call it? I have Stockholm syndrome because I have lived amongst these people. I have lived amongst these people for 3 hours. And so now I'm like, oh yeah, well, they missed this stage. You know, it's like, well, if you missed this stage, I am for some reason playing devil's advocate for the fucking anti-evolutionary crowd. And I'm not trying to.
Crazy.
It just slipped out. It slipped out, dude. Why would a land animal just start swimming?
So true. Bro, this person's brain is gonna explode when they take their dog for a walk and there's like a river. And their dog goes in the river. They're like, why is it doing that?
Or swimming pools that are in all these people's backyards. I actually, talking about another story, man, I grew up in a small town where people fucking hate science. They did not like science. And I remember going on like a Boy Scout camping trip, and you had to drive like 2 hours out of town to get to the camping site. And one of the dads was driving, and at the time I didn't get it, but he was spewing anti-evolution talking points. And he's like, if you find a watch in the desert, do you think the rocks just evolved into a pocket watch? No, it was built by a divine creator. And I was like, this is fucking weird, bro. What is I'm just trying to go make some s'mores, man. It freaked me out.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, evolution stopped when man started documenting life. How convenient, Darwin. No, it didn't.
And no way someone actually believes this still. I love the still part.
Yeah. And so the problem is I go into these guys' profiles and I read all their other tweets constantly. I cannot help it.
NBA 2K?
Yeah,
this is this guy?
He's an NBA 2K news YouTuber, dude.
But do they work for NBA 2K? Why would they?
No, this guy runs a YouTube account for sure.
That's like if I added, I don't fucking know, YouTube. In
Damn,
my
this guy's actually got some good videos. 144K. Best badges for a slashing playmaker.
Hey, we beat them. We beat the anti-evolutionists. Let's go.
Nice.
Everything's possible with a little animation. What does that mean?
It means jet fuel can't melt steel beams, bro. If you're gonna believe this.
It is kind of crazy.
Evolution can't explain giraffes, by the way. Giraffes defeat the theory of evolution all by themselves. The very first long neck giraffe. This is my favorite. I read this earlier because they seem to think that like
so long.
They believe in evolution. I know I've read this whole thing earlier. They believe that evolution is like Pokemon style, where you are one thing and then you're completely different, and then you can only breed with that completely different thing, right? And so he's saying a giraffe would be born with a long neck, but a female giraffe would have to be born with a long neck as well, and then they would have to breed. And not that there can just be one long neck, one normal neck. They breed, it's a slightly longer neck. I honestly think Pokemon ruined a generation. Or 5 generations.
I feel bad to be part of that group that grew up with Pokemon if it create people like this. Okay, let's move on from evolution because we could be here for a long
and
time.
sorry, we're only talking about this because I saw it this morning and because it highlights something that I have noticed that is very upsetting to me, or the reason why I am upset lately, and that is that blue check marks are floated to the top of all these threads, right? We had Purple Cliff in here earlier saying like, yeah, Twitter's been ruined for me because of this. It feels like I am seeing the worst, dumbest people on every thread, and you just can't get past them. If blue check marks weren't floated at the top, the #1 comment would be, I want to get in that Dorudanusi. And then everyone would laugh and move on. That's it, right? It's like, that's the top post, and we're like, oh, cool, a little evolutionary video, but it's just not.
It is not, which is, I think we can now move on to fucking Elon Musk ruining Twitter, which is going to be the rest of this video.
Right.
His insane decisions, in inverted commas, that he's making. Because it feels like a lot of the decisions that Elon Musk is making about Twitter aren't decisions.
Right.
They're just, like, faults of his own. He's made choices and done things that are now meaning that Twitter is shit. And he's trying to act like, oh, I meant for this to happen. Which is, you just, why, like, rate limiting Twitter, which happened for a day and was fucking shit.
Yeah, that was wild. Did you get rate limited? Did you scroll enough?
Yeah, so it rate limited, which is very weird. Verified accounts a different number to unverified accounts. And yeah, it used to be 600. They upped it to 800. That was amazing. I was so glad when that happened. And I was trying to research videos for you on Twitter. I couldn't. I couldn't do my job, so I had to go out and spend time with friends, which was so cringe.
No. I would love a world where Elon Musk is actually this like savior figure, and he's blown it up from the inside, so we have to spend time with our common man. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't that be based and sick?
It kind of, yeah, and the replies to this, again, are full of check marks.
Yeah, they turned on it, which is crazy, because this is his market, right?
They're all paying money to him.
Yeah.
Literally. Like, it's fucking insane. They're giving him money to not run the site correctly, but they're replying like they're anti-Elon Musk.
Why did you even purchase this app when you can't handle it? Wait, is this one an Elon Musk fan post?
What is that? Yeah,
Elon Musk is my son. Mark Zuckerberg is fucking, well, that's Earth, right?
I was going to say, is that the Earth? Yeah, I think, what does that imply?
Yeah, does that mean anything else?
Well, so he said that this was, I can't remember what he said, something about data scraping, which only lasted a day. So what, are the bots just going crazy now?
Dude, it only lasted a couple hours. It was, and I think the reason, and we're gonna talk about this a little bit, is just there was like some issues with migrating like their servers or something, right? This is just fake. This is just a lie.
I just saw this other tweet that I think you've got up that was like, no, it's actually DDoSing itself, and that's the issue.
Right, it was showing all these like calls from to Twitter, which is crazy. Like that's a redonkulous amount.
Okay, there were some funny memes about the rate limiting that happened for like less than a day.
Okay.
So I thought we could look at some of those.
Let's do it. My other 6 accounts when I hit rate limit.
And I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a job, but I still wanna party.
This is what we were talking about, right? The first thing anyone would think about is like, oh, I'll just make a new account, right? And then I can keep scrolling.
This just being like just a regular TikTok video that is not funny at all. It's just a good, like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just like a trend or whatever. Yeah.
Just a trend post, but using it, very good meme. +2.
Oh, yeah, that is good. Nice job, Sam. You have single-handedly ruined my fucking life, Elon Musk. Fortnite retweets. Rate limit exceeded.
Oh, fucking Just Chump is the GOAT. Shout out to them if they're watching.
Is this why you looked up Fortnite memes?
Unrelated, I may have also looked up this account, but we won't be watching any of those videos on stream.
I hope we're not. Yeah, how did you see this? How did you get here?
Well, I mean, I just really like Just Chump. It's only because I like him and his memes. Nothing to do with the Fortnite part. Neither of the parts, actually. I don't like either of them.
Elon Musk showing up to Twitter every day after firing everyone who actually knew how shit worked. He did fire something like 60% of the workforce, or what was it?
Yeah, I think that's one of the next links, which is the main problem.
Oh, sorry, 80% of Twitter employees. That's crazy.
And that's so far. That was when this article was made. Like the day he came back, he was like, "Yeah, we don't need all these people."
Right.
Which is fucking insane.
And he bought it for $44 billion. And what's it worth now? Like 20? Didn't he immediately lose $20 billion or something?
Yeah. I think so. I was watching, I don't know if you know this guy. I think it's Atriok.
Got it, yeah.
And at the time, he was talking about how to be able to buy Twitter, he took out like a huge loan, and the interest on that loan is basically like the amount that he would make from Twitter.
So that is actually the reason why it went through, because by saying, remember there was all that like legal drama of like, is he forced to buy it? Like he actually got the loan approved through the banks, and they essentially forced him to buy it when he didn't want to, because it's great for them, which it's
you
rules.
also can't be like, I'm going to do this thing. I have signed a contract. I am doing this thing. And then the last minute be like, well, maybe I won't actually. I didn't realize that I'm an idiot. Yeah. That's not a good way to, you can't get out of a contract by saying I was stupid. So.
Yeah, but even outside of his like, there's Twitter Elon and then there's like business Elon, and it turns out he's the same person, which is just an idiot, because he had like his COO like draw up those contracts. Like, no, we have to buy Twitter. And so then they put it out there, and on Twitter, he's like, oh no, I was just kidding. But all those people worked on this contract for like months, and then they were forced to do it. What else is Elon Musk doing? Someone, when Elon Musk made like a snide comment of like, yeah, maybe you guys will have to get off Twitter and spend time with your family. And one of the replies was like, last Friday you tweeted 417 times. I wish I could find it.
This was his response to this employee who was just being like, I'm an employee. Yeah. None of the replies are that bad. None of the screenshots are that bad.
Yeah, he was just asking if he got fired. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. The reality is that this guy, who was independently wealthy, no need to add that, did no actual work, claimed as his excuse that he had a disability that prevented him from typing, yet was simultaneously tweeting up a storm. Can't say I have a lot of respect for that. And then obviously, I think we all remember that Elon walked this back like a week later when he realized that he was
it's literally the next thing, the readers added thing.
Oh yeah. After sending this tweet, Elon spoke directly with a former Twitter employee and subsequently admitted that he was wrong and apologized to the former employee. Elon also invited him back to Twitter.
Imagine after having that interaction with your like CEO and being like, well, yeah, I'll come back and work for you. That's fucking insane. They also did a Twitter thread, and they either started the Twitter, not Elon Musk, the employee. They either started it or ended it with, I am typing this on my phone because it's easier because I can only use one finger.
Right,
it's like insane that you would say to someone that is like struggling with a disability to be like, Pixar, it didn't happen.
Yeah. Are you really disabled?
You, dude. But just as we may scroll and see some horrible shit, we might have to deal with the app breaking because Elon's cringe, or he might just be being a horrible person. Sometimes we get a little bit of levity. Sometimes we get a really fucking sick meme.
This is what Twitter was made for, dude. This and people communicating in crisis situations in countries where the government is cracking down on them. These are the only two things we need Twitter for.
Which is just a re-upload of a TikTok.
A re-upload of a TikTok. I'm not gonna go on that app, dude. It's too sexy.
Twitter
Yay. Wow, we made it through. I started my day in a death spiral and now we're here.